You are listening to the Postcast presented by the Locked On Senators podcast and the Glebe Central Pub. Make sure you check out the Glebe Central Pub right in the heart of the Glebe. Great food, awesome drinks, the atmosphere to match. Go check them out. 779 Bank Street. And let them know that Locked On Senators sent you. I'm Ross Levitan. That's Brandon Piller. Boots on the ground. How often can we do this? After an Ottawa Senators win, the Sens 3, the Winnipeg Jets 2. So anyways, thoughts on the game?
Well, Ross, my locked-on player was Ridley Gregg. I told you guys, Manitoba Magic, captain of the Brandon Wheat Kings, he was going to spark things up. He gets the second goal of the game. And Ross, remind me again, who was your locked-on player?
Well, we just saw his grandpa, Brady Tkachuk. I was like, hey, your grandson, he always scores in Winnipeg. That must be for you guys. He goes, I think that's for himself. Unbelievable. But Brady gets the game winner. And the funniest part is the power plays. I felt we don't talk about the refs on this show. Credit to us.
Yes.
But what I will say is that Ottawa got all the early advantages. Then Winnipeg bounced back. And then the penalty that led to the tying goal, my favorite part of that, shout out Kevin, our guy. Kevin's our guy. So my favorite part of this game is how the penalty that was called on Brendan Dillon was actually Logan Stanley. And you saw him and Angus Crookshank get into it. How about Crooker drawing 2 penalties tonight?
Crooker was, he was getting the Jets pissed off and drawing penalties. That's what we love to see from Crooker.
Who was getting Jets more pissed off, them or us in the stands?
Easily us. I mean, at the start of the game, it was friendly, it was fun, and then Jets fans are like, there is no way we're losing to this Ottawa Senators team. We tried to tell him. And Ross, you mentioned we're 13-0-1 when we go to games together. But the big thing is, we broke the time zone curse.
Yes.
No longer do the Sens have no wins west of the Eastern time zone. We did it. Nothing can defeat Locked On Senators podcast, boots on the ground, 13-0-1.
It's actually unreal. No. We're 13-0-1.
Yes.
And the Senators are 1-13-1 in the Western Conference. And wait, where's their next and last game?
Boston?
Minnesota?
Oh, next game. Okay, yes.
Boston's in the Eastern time zone, too.
Yes, yeah. I got my time zones mixed up there.
That's awesome.
And also, talking about streaks, the Ottawa Senators are now on a 5-game winning streak,
Whoa.
and the Jets are on a losing.
6. More than I'm holding the camera.
Losing?
More than just my 5 fingers on my hand. 6 game. I can't believe I have to edit out those assholes.
Yeah, that was
wild.
that was rude.
This guy would have been nicer.
That's all right though. You know what? If I was a Jets fan, I would be just as upset losing to one of the worst teams in the league at home. The Jersey matchup was elite, but the Ottawa Senators, they get the late goal. The refs tried to give it to the home team, calling late penalties. It didn't work. Eunice Korpisalo was absolutely on top of it. Sure. Did he look confident and did he look like he meant to make a lot of those saves? No.
Dude, wait, hey, can people let us know in the chat, because we couldn't tell live, did he stop that puck after the giveaway?
After his terrible play behind the net. Yeah, Korpisalo, he just, like, the coaches and defensemen just need to tell him, Corpy, love you, but do not play the puck. You can't.
But he made some huge saves, too.
He did.
Dude, the one on Scheifele, where Scheifele went between the legs, dangled, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Dude, he stopped that puck.
And Ross, we're burying the lead here.
Whoa. No, Brady goal is the lead.
No, it's not. From Tkachuk to Tkachuk. Boris Tkachuk. This guy is probably, arguably, the best trade deadline pickup of this season. He was lighting up. That fourth line was giving her again. Jacques Martin said, Kelly, I'm bumping you up. I'm putting Kubalik down. Finally, that happened. And they were buzzing out there. The boys were buzzing.
The boys, hey, they were crispy too. I felt like, look, first period, pretty low event. You would have liked to have seen Ottawa score on the power play. They had, I think, 3 opportunities. Couldn't do it. The shots were, 6-5 after the first period?
Yeah.
It was, speaking of boring Sean Monahan, it was a boring first period. I don't know if we're allowed to show Jets highlights. Low lights. They're not game highlights. Otherwise, we would. Pills, you want to hold that?
Yeah, I got you.
My arm's not that strong, fellas. Where do you want to go? Boris
Tkachuk. I mean, the fourth. What else do we need to say?
Boris!
You can't stop Boris Tkachuk. You can only hope to contain him.
You really can't. And wait, he almost had one on a breakaway as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he was buzzing. He was playing with
Waivers.
emotion. Yeah, that's great.
Waivers.
Waiver wire pickup. Can't believe the Chicago Blackhawks let a guy like that go.
Me neither. Can't believe it. Tonight's game
Uh.
just proved that the impossible is just a figment of your imagination. If you want the Ottawa Senators to win a game, you just have to send us there.
Yes. Send us there. Give us, what, 8 double rum and cokes, and we will get the job done.
I might have to go book off all of October and November next year.
October, we know the Sens win in October.
Right, November.
You got to book November off.
Whole month of November off.
Book it off. We're going to every single game. We will take a salary from the team.
No, as long as we get everything paid, we don't need to make a salary on top of it. Just take care of our expenses.
What's the position? Presidents of morale. We will be the presidents of
vibe
morale.
officers.
Chief vibe officers, so we can have Vibecast more often, because the Ottawa Senators on a 5-game win streak. I don't give a damn about the tank. The Sens are gonna pick where they pick. They're gonna draft a elite
Best player available.
right-hand shot defenseman is what I was gonna say, but we're pretty close. Yep, same thing. And it's just great for us to go on the road. I flew in today to be here, boots on the ground, and you can't stop, dude. The LOSP machine.
I flew in today. I got in at 3 a.m.
Arizona. Yeah, so we're boots on the ground here. We're following this team to Minnesota. Minnesota Wild fans, look out. Look out.
We're coming.
Our footsteps are getting louder.
Oh, aren't they ever? Set to pal. We see you, pal. By the way, I don't know, a lot of fans here are listening, citizens in the Postcast. There are a lot of Sens fans in Winnipeg.
Yeah, we got to meet a bunch of citizens. One guy we even met, we said, what up? And he pulled up the jersey, Sens Central hoodie.
Did one of these.
All-time moment. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that was, it's nothing beats going to road games and having Sens Central citizens there, and we can all vibe together after a 3-2 win over the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
And now let me tell you about our friends at the Glebe Central Pub. The Postcast is always brought to you by the Glebe Central Pub, 779 Bank Street, and let them know Locked On Senators sent you.
I wish there was a Glebe Central Pub here.
We don't have the fire helmets, but we do have the Glebe Central Pub. And when you go to the Glebe Central Pub, you get good vibes, you get good food, you get good drinks. And don't forget the Send Shuttle to and from the CTC for the low price of $17.
Free.
Who brings you to the game?
The vibes are free. The bus actually does cost $17.
Sue will bring you to and from the CTC. And she leaves an hour and 15 minutes before the game, and she'll bring you right back afterwards. So make sure you check out the Glebe Central Pub. There would be no Postcast without the Glebe Central Pub. So make sure you support the show, support them, and then I can get more tans and people can mention that I went to the dentist, because that was all-time funniest thing ever. Somebody commented on YouTube, said, did Ross just go to the dentist? No.
Hey, your wife would be glad to hear that.
My wife's a dentist. So,
wait. This episode is also brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. You guys already know FanDuel is the official online sportsbook of the Locked On Podcast Network. I don't have my script here. I don't need it. Ross is loving FanDuel right now because we were hanging on Brady Tkachuk scoring a goal and parlayed with the Ottawa Senators money line. Woo! And that cashes. So you can also go to FanDuel, and new customers, if you place a $5 bet and it wins, you can win $200 at FanDuel.com/lockedon. So check it out today, guys. March Madness. Forget it. Bet on the Ottawa Senators. That's what March is all about. It's not about basketball. It's about the Ottawa Senators. So check it out at FanDuel, guys. We love FanDuel. We love the Glebe Central Pub, and we love all 203 of you in the Postcast right now. Let's go.
That's Brandon Piller. I'm Ross Levitan. This is the Postcast after a 3-2 Senators win over the Winnipeg Jets. The game took place right behind the camera here. We'll walk over to Dale Hawerchuk's statue. Pretty cool. I got nothing against the Jets, but it's hilarious to see this team become a wild card team. This team was going to win the Central. This team was going to be in the upper echelon of the conference. They can't beat the Ottawa Senators, so
Nope.
It's hilarious. Shoot, let's go see Dale Hawerchuk right
What
now.
up to Dale?
Say what up to Dale. Say what up to Dale. You think Dale would have made a difference tonight? they were cool. There we go. Dale Hawerchuk.
Reach on Dale.
Dale's got a long reach.
Good wingspan.
Good
right
active stick. We should put a Sens jersey on Dale Howard.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Maybe a Barry Colts one, but not a Sens jersey.
Oh, it's so funny. There's the rink right there. That's where the magic happens.
CLC, nothing compared to the CTC.
Hey, I feel like I'm on like cribs. Like, here we go. This is my crib.
Welcome to our house.
The CLC. The CLC. Here we are. Hey, Send Central Standouts presented by the Glebe Central Pub. Just let's pretend that's the fire helmet. Who's getting the fire helmet tonight? I know, no danger flutes tonight. We're going bare bones. We're going all vibes here.
I think you maybe give it to Boris Tkachuk.
I thought you were gonna say we should do danger flute. I'll spare you the other 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah, we should have done it.
My Send Central standout, and the first one I'm going to be very selfish about, very personal about, and then I'll give you a real one. Tyler Clevin.
Ooh.
Family,
43.
friends. I'm going to post right on Twitter after this. I didn't get who it was. I think it's an aunt.
Okay.
I think it's an aunt. We saw a Nodak Sens jersey.
Yeah, the custom Nodak Sens jersey
With
was
number
sick.
4. One for each player that was at the school.
No, that was sweet. We got to figure out who that was.
It was the green St. Patty's Day warm-up jersey. The green Pilsey's birthday jersey. Someone's smoking weed. The green St. Patty's Day. Yeah. Hey, what up, Dashy? What up, Dashy? And she was rocking a green. I got a photo. I'm going to post it at Send Central after the postcast. But that, to me, deserves a standout. And the fact, I know Zub was in the box, but the fact that they put Tyler Clevin out in the last minute of the game, I think to me is a huge step in his development. So definitely there's guys who had better games than Tyler Clevin, but for him to be where he is in his development and be up from a guy who was playing in Belleville last week, shout out to Tyler Clevin, man. Shout out to the Clevin family, just great people.
Absolutely love that one, Ross. I'm going to go with the captain, Brady Tkachuk, number 7. I mean, this guy brings it when he comes to Manitoba. He wants to make sure the grandparents are proud. He scores the game-winning goal on the power play. Nonetheless, we knew he was going to do it. He got, I don't know, not a math guy, probably 1 million shots on goal. And then there was even
he had 2 chances on a one-on-one where he went around him, banged one, banged two. Sick.
Yeah, it was great. And he was throwing hits too. Like there was that one hit where Jets fans were fired up, and then Brady right after rocks a guy just to settle the score.
Ottawa got a power play right after that. That was when Brendan Dillon hit Batherson. What a night. 6 shots, 9 hits.
Okay, 1 million hits, 1 million shots. That was close.
Yeah, so Brendan Dillon smokes Batherson, and then the other side, yeah, the puck was gone a second before, but it was super impressive to see Brady come in there and do his thing. We love to see it. We love you, Kevin. Hey, we were chanting Zoob. Zoob. We were having a good time, and we did see some physicality from the Ottawa Senators. The hits. I don't know. Someone could send us the hits.
Yeah, at one point it was 31-29. Like, this was a physical game. Jets fans were riled up. We were riled up, too, yapping back and forth. It was a good battle. But the Ottawa Senators, they come on top when we're boots on the ground.
Dude, can we just go back to the fact that people were so ready to chirp us when it was a tie?
The tying goal was hilarious because everyone turned around and chirped us.
Hold this. Hold this. The guy was like this. High five.
Yeah.
High five. I was like, boys, it's a tie.
I remember my first tying goal, and that didn't last long.
You know how many points the Jets got tonight?
How many? None. 2
0
for the Ottawa Senators, and they continue their win streak. So Jets fans had a tough one with that one. They tried to chirp us on the way out, beating the traffic, but Didn't exactly work there.
No, we did. And people, I know Nick Spence will appreciate this. We did the most like subdued beat the traffic chant when Ottawa got the second penalty at the end. It was 6-on-3 with 4 seconds left, and people were leaving, and we were going, beat the traffic. Please win a faceoff.
Yeah, that was not gonna lie. I was feeling good at that moment. Sends up 3-2. I was buzzing, but I was a little bit nervous.
I was feeling better when it was 4 seconds left, down 2 men, rather than face off in the ozone with 11 seconds left, up 1.
Yeah, that was nerve wracking for sure. But the boys got it done. 5-game win streak. I can't even believe I'm saying that right now. This is wild.
It's 5. Like, can someone crunch the numbers? Like, we got a chance or what?
Not math guys. We're not math guys.
Did they run the table? Do we have any chance? Like,
when they run the table.
Can we just get a meaningful game? You guys got any meaningful games?
This game meant a lot to the Jets fans,
dude,
apparently.
This game meant so much to the Jets fans, and especially shout out. I know you're watching this, Dad. Whoever that dad was with the 10-year-old, don't be like that.
He tried to let us know that his 10-year-old daughter now hates us, and that's fine.
0.01% chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Ah, man. So no meaningful games, but this one was meaningful to us.
Yes. It means a lot to us.
And if you like going to FanDuel respectfully,
responsibly, mildly responsible as our new term.
Mark Silver saying that if they run the table, they've got a 16% chance. I'll take it. Double digits? We know Detroit doesn't want it.
No, they do not want it. They're giving games away.
But we'll be in Minnesota on Tuesday. And we'll have Monday's podcast we're doing tomorrow. There's people in the chat saying that I don't have it in me. I'll be at the office at 9:45 tomorrow, 15 minutes early. And I might wear the Sens jersey again just to let people know that go Sens go in this economy. Okay, give me you gave me Brady Tkachuk, so it's my turn. We're doing 2.
Yep, snap it around.
Okay, so I had Tyler Clevin. That was more of a personal pick.
Still a good pick. He had a nice game.
His family's the best. I actually love the Clevin family. We got to hang out with them a bit tonight.
Yep.
My second Sens Central standout is going to be Pilsy's locked on player. Not only was Ridley Gregg on the scoreboard, a little backhand tuck.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Not the nicest goal that Pilsy and I
close though. That was close.
Have ever seen score. So which goal is nicer? I want this in the chat. Which goal was nicer? Ridley Gregg's tonight, or can people think back to his first preseason game in Winnipeg where he went between his legs, backhand, upstairs. Now, that was on Eric Comrie.
Yes.
This was on Connor Hellebuck.
But making something out of nothing, Ridley Gregg, a young player, trying to get some NHL shine, that was a beautiful goal. But I don't know, Ross, they're close. If people remember that goal and can compare them, it's pretty close.
Okay, so people are saying tonight. But the preseason one was like, we were sitting right there.
Yeah.
The preseason one, you guys need to go back and watch. It was nasty. Can we talk about what was that? His celly tonight? Brady and Greg Selly tonight was all time.
Hey, the boys, they're playing gritty out there, even amongst themselves.
I love it so much. So Ridley Gregg, and people can get the stats. This is not, if you came here for stats, you came here for the wrong thing. But to me, boots on the ground, my 13-0-1 eyeballs, that was a great game from Ridley Gregg. Pilsy, another Sens Central standout from you.
All right. Well,
from the show.
Well, no, I was going to go a different route, Ross. Sticking with the Nodak Sens theme. Every time Jake Sanderson touches the puck,
what a player.
His skating is just so incredible. It gets him out of so many problems. There was a couple times where it looked like the Jets were going to get by him and around him, but he just cuts off the angle with his beautiful skating. And every time he's on the ice, I just feel so much at ease. Ross is giving it to Jets fans. But number 85, Jake Sanderson for me has to be a Sens Central standout, especially with Thomas Chabot out of the lineup and Jacob Chychrun continuously making questionable decisions with the puck. So having Jake Sanderson there to calm things down is just such a nice feeling. Like whenever Jake Sanderson or Claude Giroux has the puck, everything just calms down and we can all just relax.
We saw that on the power play tonight. The Senators had the power play, and it was kind of a kerfuffle. Everybody was fighting for the puck, and then Giroux got it, and time stood still.
Yeah.
And nothing that came of it, but just when Giroux got the puck, everything went to its place.
Yeah.
What a stud. What a face-off win with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, and we were saying it. As soon as that face-off was happening, Ross and I were like, tie it up, tie it up, tie it up. Kill time, tie it. And he ties it up, and then they wrap it around and get it out of there. And Jets fans were already halfway out the building by the time that one happened. So you love to see it.
Love to see it. Final thoughts on tonight's game, Pilsy?
Final thoughts. I know maybe some people think it's a joke. Maybe some people think it's a bit, and that's fine. But when Ross and I are together at games, boots on the ground,
Twice more this year, by the way.
it is not a joke. It is not a bit. It is a matter of fact. 13-0-1 when we have boots on the ground together, and we broke. No one could break the curse of the Ottawa Senators.
Not even if your kid's 10 years old and you're being rude to us. Nobody
can break the curse of the Sens playing west of the Eastern time zone. Well, pop it over to Central time zone. Ross, them playing at 6 Central and 7 Eastern, I think that did the trick. So that was a difference maker.
The Sens allowed the first goal, and the Jets. Can somebody go to hockeyreference.com and go to the Jets situational? The Jets record, don't quote me, but I'll quote myself, but it's probably wrong by 1 or 2.
Yep.
I believe they're 34-3 when they score first. Not tonight, not when Boris is going to answer back.
Not when Boris Tkachuk is in the mix. So, yeah, it's just, it's nice to know, Ross, that all things are well in the world. Everything is right in the world when we have boots on the ground and the Ottawa Senators win hockey games. That is my final thought for tonight.
Final thought from me is I thought people in Winnipeg were nicer than they are. At least
those people coming out to a live YouTube stream and just dropping F-bombs. They're children watching.
The Jets were 33-2 when scoring first this year. Make it 30.
Not today.
4 and 2. Jets fans as a whole, though, are awesome. The family that was sitting right in front of us, awesome.
Good vibes. Yep.
We don't swear at the game.
No.
We're always having fun. Like Vlad Nemesnikov, #Sens Abroad, took 2 penalties in the first period. And I said, Vladdy, that's 2. I'm throwing my hat for 3. I'm throwing my hat for 3, Vladdy. I know you've got 700 games played. I don't care.
And Connor Hellebuyck, 500th game. Zonk. L.
Big time. I love to see it. I love to see it. Ottawa Senators get another win. 3-2, right?
Yeah, last I checked, 3-2. Yeah.
Sens get a power play goal, which power play been tough all night. Power play is able to come through. Oh, and I'm not going to lose my voice, pal. I'm good. I'm a professional.
We'll see.
If Jeremy Swayman, no, he did. The only guy who can make me lose my voice is Jeremy Swayman.
I don't know, Brian Elliott, you booed him into retirement.
We did put Brian Elliott into retirement. Now, the only thing that could have made tonight better was Angus Crookshank scoring a goal, but he drew 2 penalties.
Out there.
People want to see the OG Stützle jersey.
That's it. That's it right there.
So this is actually before Timmy got the umlaut on his jersey, and there's a photo. I wish the fact we stopped recording was unbelievable.
I know, we've done goof.
After we had Timmy on, but he was able to show Timmy that, and Timmy's like, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't even know you could get the umlaut on there. I was like, Timmy, get on it. And now everybody with the Tim Stützle jersey has the umlauts, but it's not the original. It's not the OG.
It's not the original. All right, let us know some final comments in there, Steve. I don't want to hear from you, but everyone else we can hear from in the chat. We absolutely adore everybody for venting, vibing, and tonight, like, how often can Pilsy and I just put our arms around each other? Look at this. Look at this. Boots on the ground in Winnipeg. Look, and Winterpeg, I'm not wearing a jacket. What up? How are you now? So 3-2. My favorite stat, though, is what people were saying here. 33-2 for the Jets when they score first.
Not against the Ottawa Senators. And hey, Ross, we were saying the Jets, there's been rumors of attendance issues.
No.
Not when the Ottawa Senators are in town. Maybe invite the Sens to come to more games. Fill the barn.
This was a great atmosphere.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
It was a great atmosphere. Credit to the Winnipeg Jets fans for showing up. Credit for the Ottawa Senators fans for coming into the building. And credit for all of y'all for coming on a bare bones postcast after a 3-2 Sens win. Sens have won 5 in a row. We're going to go recover. We'll be back Monday morning with a podcast setting you up for the week. And then Pillsy and I, we're stopping at the Ralph. And I've been taking a few videos here and there. So we're going to do some sort of vlog. We'll get the people going. And from there, we will be at the XL Energy Center. I see some people in the chat have been to the XL Energy Center.
I'm stoked.
Both of our first times.
Yep.
I heard it's electric. It's full of energy. Excelled. And we're really wrong way.
Accelerated patience, maybe. We'll see.
13-0-1 is insane, by the way.
It's honestly, especially for a team that sucks.
And if people want to see the full list of teams, I've been keeping
Ross
track.
will update it, yes.
I've been keeping track. The first one was a win over the New York Rangers right before the 2017 playoffs. And now, look at us now.
Look at us now.
Dad.
Who would have thought?
10-year-old girl dad. She
hates us. That's okay.
Yeah, the dad goes, my daughter hates you guys.
Congrats.
Why? We've been super nice.
Yeah, we're nice guys.
Even the guy who was clapping in my face, after the game, I said, just so you know, I didn't clap in your face.
Could have.
I could have. But I decided not to.
You got to be the better man once in a while.
So we might do a GoFundMe for all of November next year. But until Tuesday, we're 13-0-1.
13-0-1.
With boots on the ground. The goal scorers tonight: Boris Tkachuk.
Boris.
Ridley Gregg.
Riddler.
And Brady, the captain.
Brady.
Tkachuk. We got some Brady chants going tonight. And the Senators, they can continue being best in class on Tuesday in Minnesota. That's all for us.
Make it 6 straight.
Shout out to the 240 of you that come to vibe with us. Bare Bones Postcast. But the vibes are free at the GCP. And you know the Postcast is always brought to you by the Glebe Central Pub. So check them out. Glebe Central Pub. Glebe Central Pub. 779 Bank Street. We'll be back. Go Sens go. Give me a go Sens go.
Here's your friendly security guard in Winnipeg.
Yep.
Winnipeg have really nice people. They offer their guests food.
Those aren't pierogies. I thought that
That's
Winnipeg.
not Shawarma Palace.
Yeah, we're a Shawarma Palace guys.
I left all the pierogies up there.
Did you really?
I
Were
did.
you able to watch any of the game tonight?
No.
Oh, I was going to ask for a Sen Central standout. We do it after every game.
Oh, no. Food is good.
Food's good. We appreciate you. No, I'm okay. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know that the Senators haven't been very good, right? Over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So when we go to games together, Ottawa, Toronto, here, where else? Might be it.
That's probably it.
Yeah, 13-0-1 after tonight.
We love seeing wins. Thank you, sir.
Good for you guys.
You have yourself a nice night.
Really appreciate that. And if I was hungry, or if the rum wasn't sitting pretty in my tummy, I might have some of that food.
2 streets over, there's a bar called The Local.
It's called the Glebe Central Pub.
The Local.
Glebe Central Pub. Shout out to the Glebe Central Pub. Hey, for Brandon Piller, I'm Ross Levitan. This has been the Postcast presented by the Locked On Senators podcast and the Glebe Central Pub.
What up, Dale?
Dale Hawerchuk couldn't make a difference tonight because the Senators, they don't lose when we're in attendance. Go Sens go. Shout out, Sue. We will talk to you on Monday morning on Locked On Senators.